I wrote something, and I just want to read it to you so I stay on task. What is representation, and why is it essential to the church? So today I want to take a minute and answer two key questions. What is representation, and why is it essential for the spiritual growth of the church? The reason that it's so important to address this is because the church is not growing right now, not spiritually and not in numbers. I believe that women are the ones suffering the most as a result of this decline. And the reason why is that they're not being represented. As human beings, we have an intrinsic need to feel both understood and accepted. A lot of us have a ton on our plates, and we regularly deal with depression, anxiety, loneliness, and fear. We've learned to keep most of it to ourselves so that we don't burden others around us, especially those who can't understand. So we isolate rather than to share. And then, because we're suffering in silence, we're unable to help anyone else with their stuff. The church, the people who are supposed to be entwined and connecting to one another, are becoming more and more fragmented in our inability to see each other. I mean, how can you support what you don't understand? But when a woman sees another woman in leadership, a visible position, they feel entrusted. They feel safe. The anxiety lowers. Burdens are shared because she feels represented. It's comforting to be led by someone who gets it. And I'm not talking about a women's ministry volunteer that doesn't have any training or education for this. I'm talking about a visible staff member with credentials and the stamp of approval from other church leadership. I mean, how is a man going to offer comfort to a woman who's had multiple miscarriages, babies that have died in her body? How can he offer empathy to a woman who might be carrying the shame of a past abortion? How can he advise a rape victim? Can he assist a woman who's enduring daily emotional outbreaks due to hormone imbalance? And this disconnect is getting to us. As more and more women are feeling less and less represented, they're backing off from church involvement and looking to the world for help. And it's reflected in church attendance. On average, 8,000 to 10,000 evangelical churches are closing their doors every year. And honestly, I don't hear about a lot of men who are deciding to #empty the pews. It's mostly women. Why? Real and lasting change will happen when a woman feels represented, because then she goes and she represents every single time. We support when we feel supported. We lift up when someone lifts us up. When we're healed, we reach out healing hands to others. When we finally feel strong, we cannot help but to come alongside the weak. A fellowship of believers is not adequately able to feed Jesus' flock if the leaders do not understand the needs of the people in it. And while the current leadership scratches their heads and wonder why it's not working, women are working hard to become educated and qualified and take their rightful place at that table and represent.